Can you think too big? I mean, can you have dreams that are just way beyond your reach? Can you have ambitions, desires, goals, things you really want to do with your life and they're just never going to be possible? I mean, if you're that person who says, well, I want to walk on the moon, and that's just not likely for you, how do you deal with that? How do you know when you're thinking too big? People ask me this all the time because they have big dreams, and when you think about the charged life, you want to live this vibrant, ambitious, challenging, major contributing life. You want to change the world, but some people can't even change their own world, so let alone changing the rest of the world is going to be a little difficult, right? So how do you know what that barrier is? Well, first and foremost, I don't think anyone can think too big. I think the real challenge is too many people fail to plan big, right? They have a big dream, but it never hits a piece of paper, it never hits a business plan, never hits a step-by-step. It never really gets into development mode. It's in dream mode all the time. They're two different things, right? You got dream mode, vision, ideas. But at some point, that's going to hit development mode, a work plan, a structure, a habit, a routine, a step-by-step. So I tell you, look, you can be a dreamer all your life, but at some point you got to become a doer as well if you're going to actualize that. So let me ask you this. That big resolution you have in your life, that big, enormous dream, is there a written plan somewhere? Have you really structured it somewhere? And here's the ultimate test. Can you show me on your calendar the hours you're spending this week focused on that, on implementing it? Not just ideation, implement it. Where is it? Is it scheduled 1 to 3 o'clock on Tuesday? Is it your morning routine that's moving you towards it? If you have a big, huge vision, goal, or dream, where is it scheduled on your calendar? If it's not there, you'll just keep operating towards the randomness of the universe. You'll just keep kind of doing whatever, going over here, getting lost in distraction over there. So yeah, you're thinking too big if it's never landing on the small calendar. The second idea I think about is to know whether or not you're thinking too big is plan for the worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? If you began it, you really got going along, and it crashed and burned, what's the worst case scenario? For a lot of people, it's like, well, I'd go into bankruptcy, or I'd lose respect of somebody I care about, or I'd lose my job, or I'd lose this opportunity forever. And the reality is, while life is short, life is also full of second chances. And so I always tell people, don't be so scared of your big dreams. The worst case scenario, yeah, you're out in your butt on the street. So what? We'll figure it out from there. I've gone bankrupt before, chasing my big dream to do these videos, to write books, to become a seminar leader, to do online training and thought leadership. And now I'm blessed. Oprah.com named me, as one of the most successful online trainers in history. I was rated in the top 25 of all personal development leaders in the world. Why? Because even when I had big dreams and I was bankrupt, I didn't doubt it. I thought, what's the worst case scenario? Someone's going to make fun of me for trying? So what? I can manage the hate. My ego isn't so big that I can't take lessons learned. My ego's not so big that I can't take, people throwing darts at me once in a while. I was like, look, so what? So what if you dream big and you try and people make fun of you? So what if they make fun of you? They're making fun of you already. They're just going to keep making fun of you. Now maybe there's more people making fun of you. How are you going to deal with that? You're an adult. You can handle it. Come on. Don't worry so much about rejection. If you still worry about rejection, watch my YouTube video on the myth of rejection, and that might help you a little bit get over that. I'd also say it's not that people think too big. It's that they think in silos of what they're capable of. I would say never let your current competencies or capabilities limit your vision for the future. And so my takeaway here is think team. Don't think you have to do everything yourself. If your dream is go to the moon and you're saying, well, Brendon, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm like, well, yeah, you're thinking too big. You're an idiot. But if you're thinking team, to go to the moon, we needed all of NASA. We needed literally thousands and thousands of contractors and tens of thousands of man hours that were separate from even the people who were paid to go to the moon. It's like you have to think of team. You need people to support you on a journey to a bigger vision. Who are they? Have you hired them? Have you recruited them? Have you enrolled them in the vision? Have you got people excited about it? Yeah, your dream is too big if you haven't involved anybody else in actually coming up with it and achieving it. last big idea is if you got a big dream and you're not currently developing your skill sets to achieve it, then yeah, you're thinking too big. You got to be thinking, like if you want to go to the Olympics, the entire march to the Olympics continues to be skill acquisition, the refinement of talent, training, conditioning, over and over and over. Practice, 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 practice. That's how you achieve a big vision. So look at your calendar. Where's the training? Where's the practice? Where's the skill development? If you're not developing yourself to achieve a dream, then you're just a dreamer. If you're developing yourself consistently with focused sort of lesson plans, focused practices, developing that skill to be able to do it well, then you're on your way. And you're not only going to achieve that big goal or that big dream, you're going to live what we call the charge life.